A question that I would ask myself right now is, what are you preparing for? Something that I've learned very recently is how important it is to be ready for things when you don't expect them, or always being ready for the unexpected, because those things do happen. I guess, now that I'm thinking about it, that's why something like an emergency fund exists, because you're planning for an emergency fund. And I never really thought it was a big deal, never really thought that emergencies were maybe worth planning for, because I had never really experienced an emergency. And they do happen. It seems really simple or unnecessary to talk about, and I think that's the reason why people talk about them, or maybe because that's why people don't do it, because nothing bad has ever happened to them. But eventually bad things do come along, and then how do you handle it? Are you prepared for it? Like, what are your priorities, and what are you spending your time on? What are you spending your money on? And what are you thinking about? And how big of a deal are those things in the span of life, in terms of family and health, in terms of career, in terms of what's going on with your home, or wherever you might stay? Are you prepared when things go sideways? What is the contingency? Yeah, you might not think it'll ever happen to you. And what happens when it does? What happens if you have to take a month off of work? Or what happens when the furnace goes out or the car goes out? How do you handle that? What's going to be next? And that's something that people talk about all the time. People have talked to me about, and yet I haven't really done anything to prepare for it. And I got to face that head on over the past 2 weeks and really see what I've been prioritizing and what I've been making the important things in my life, and realizing how they really aren't that important, and how much it means to be ready when the big things come calling, when your family needs you, when you need to take care of something at home, when something goes wrong. Can you handle it? Are you going to be prepared to take care of that situation whenever it lands in your lap? And if you can't take care of it, who is going to take care of it? Do you even have somebody that can take care of it? And why rely on somebody else when we all have our things that we're trying to take care of? And take that a step further. If one of your friends or one of your family members has something like that happen, can you help them? Are you there to pick them up? Are you there to help them? Are you there to give to them financially? And if not, why not? If your friend needs something, are you there to be able to help them? If they're moving, if their car breaks down, if they need some place to live for a month, are you there to help them? Are you able to support them? And if not, why not? What are the things that I am prioritizing? What are the things that I'm thinking about on a daily basis? What are the things that I'm putting in place so that I can help people, that I can support people, that I can lift people up, that I can lift myself up how I want to? And what am I doing right now to prepare myself for those situations? Because they do arise, for me, for my family, for my friends, for my community. What am I doing right now so that when these situations of need come up, that I am prepared for them, to be able to support them however is necessary, with manpower, with money, with time, with thoughts, with wisdom, with whatever it might be, equipment, tools, whatever I can find, whatever I can provide to people to help things go better for them, or to make a situation better. What am I doing to prepare for those things? Because when I think about the future, when I think about what I can do to prepare for all of those things, the little things right now just don't really matter as much. You know, when it comes to thinking about somebody losing a home or losing a family member or losing a job, you know, little bits of drama or things that get people worked up just don't mean as much when it comes down to really living life. When it comes down to losing a family member, playing a video game for a half an hour doesn't feel as significant when I need a whole week to take care of someone or to be with people that I love. You know, that's time that I want back so that I could have been working a little bit more, or that I could be more intentional moving something forward. So people talk about an emergency fund for money. It's about an emergency fund for time. It's about emergency fund for all resources, so that when resources are needed, resources can be given. And that's not something that I've thought a lot about before. And unfortunately, it took going through something to really learn that lesson. And I guess the next question is, how can I really take the lessons of others and leverage those more so that I don't have to do all the learning myself, and so that I can be more ready the next time?